and welcome back to the art house. I am still Elise and it is still seed starting season. It's February 2nd, so I started the first of my seed trays 5 weeks ago. And I just want to give an update. I'm going to show you kind of what they're looking like now, and then probably take 2 weeks off because this is just kind of Groundhog's Day, quite literally, as we wait for things to grow, but they are growing. I was just this morning looking at old video from the beginning. It's like, oh, this is real. This is happening. So I love that for us. Let's take a peek. Here are my cucumbers. Remember, we got these all moved into their little homes. They're doing really well. They're growing. I have no complaints. I'm hopeful they'll do well in the garden. And then the other big veggies, these are tomatoes. These are doing well. You can see their first true leaves, right? This is more of that traditional, the tomato leaf, what it looks like. Those are all coming in. These look really good. I'm probably going to move them into slightly larger containers, more like this size. 2 weeks, I would say. 2 weeks from now, that will be where they move up to. My jalapenos are here. The first of their true leaves are beginning. They're wanting to come in, so they're a little bit more behind the tomatoes, but that made sense. It took a bit longer for them to go. And then here I have the taller ones are tomatillos. That's these bigger guys. And then some more peppers, jalapenos. And then this here, these are flowers. These are calendula. And I moved them because they were getting a little bit big. Of all the flowers, they were starting to grow quickest. So I upplanted those as well. They'll probably though stay here until they get moved to the garden. I won't upplant the flowers any more than that. And then one more tray of flowers. This is, sneak in. This is my straw flower here on the end, cosmos, marigolds, and then in the back, hollyhock. And this all looks good. It's all growing. It's all happy to be here. Other than that, I have 5 trays of mostly zinnia. That's all looking pretty good. I'm gonna get the biggest one to show you. So this is my zinnia tray that is doing the best right now. And I'm noticing like a couple aren't looking great, right? Some of these lighter colored ones, but we'll see. Maybe they'll end up turning out, maybe they won't. I plant so many with the expectation that this isn't all gonna work, right? That's part of it. It's part of what this looks like. But otherwise, things are all doing pretty well. Oh, I do have one more. This tray has some zinnia on the end, and then the pansies and viola, which again, they look basically the same as they looked weeks ago. But then the basil is doing really well. And the first cute little true leaves on the basil are all popping through. Biggest thing right now is that I have been able to start taking the trays outside. So I don't take all of them, but I take some of the bigger ones, right? It has been in the mid to high 60s here for the past couple days. And so I'm generally giving them about 4 to 5 hours of outside sunlight. Things to keep in mind, I always make sure to give them extra water when they're out in the real sun. And then of course I would never leave them overnight. We do have some bunnies in the yard, and so I'm careful. I mean, I take a risk every time I bring them out that the bunnies would eat these, but so far, so good. And so while I'm still using the grow lights for most of the day, and while some of the smaller plants are still under the grow lights, the ones that I can bring out, I do. And then they get natural sun and they get a little bit more like wind exposure, right? So it's just helping to make them a little bit healthier. But that's what we got. That's what we have right now. Like I said, I'm gonna give it 2 weeks. I'm gonna take a little break so that I can show you a bit more progress. So I'll see you again in mid-February. And yeah, as always, EliseJoy.com for more about me, and I'll see you later.